Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The SNP are good at spinning a load of old rubbish, aren't they? They like to tell you that everything is free. It's not free, of course. Nothing is free. You have to pay for it one way or another, and in the SNP's case, it's high taxes. However, despite all these claims of free, childcare is one that they say was a little leading thing they have, free childcare. And that turns out to be not quite as open and honest as what they say. There's a story about a lady, her name is Fiona Asquith. She is Scots. She was previously living in Yorkshire with her husband and 2-year-old son, Ewan. They decided to move back to Scotland and moved into the Highlands. And this move from England to Scotland means that the free childcare that's available in Scotland is going to cost them an extra £300 a month. For in England, she would qualify for 15 hours a week for her 2-year-old son, whereas Scotland, she'll only get that if she is on benefits. Which seems odd, because it's the people who are on benefits are usually the ones at home looking after their children. But if you work, then no, you don't get it in strange Scotland. Next year, the child would have qualified, if he remained in England, for 30 hours a week free childcare, applicable to all children. In Scotland, they've said, the SNP said in 2021, they're going to boost this up and give more hours for children aged 3 and 4. And again, the promise has yet to be materialised, but apparently it's coming next year. But again, only for people whose parents are on benefits or on very low pay, if you qualify for certain things. This means that Fiona will have to fork out continually more and more money for childcare when people on benefits get it for nothing. It's almost as though it's a punishment. How dare you work? How dare you contribute to Scottish society? We want to tax you and give you nothing in return. Seems to be the way, though, with the SNP. Now, when you get those 30 hours a week in England, you won't necessarily get them in Scotland. Why would you go to work? 30 hours is a lot of money. And it is just unbelievably different and unbelievably bad. I think the SNP government are determined to have no work. They just determined that everybody's on the dole. How do they hope to maintain an independent Scotland when the only way you can raise a family is to be unemployed? It's weird, isn't it? She now lives in Alness in Easter Ross, and she said that there's no incentive for parents to go back to work after having a child. The books won't balance, she's saying. You can't afford to go back. And it's just ridiculous. She's saying we currently pay £600 a month for childcare. But if we stayed in England, this would only be £300, so it's an extra £300. Said that next year, in fact, would be zero. So in that case, paying the £600 means they're £600 worse off than if they'd stayed in England. They're saying now they cannot afford to have a second child that they need, and which the country desperately needs, it must be said. So, is all this designed, perhaps, to depopulate the upper classes, the richer classes, the workers? Depopulate the workers and encourage the ones that don't work, the lower educated ones, to breed. Who knows? Seems to be working, though. Seems to be working. Scottish government are decrying this fact. They're saying it doesn't sound right. To me, it does. They're saying, we offer 1,140 hours a year of funded early learning childcare. Yeah, that isn't enough. It's 2,500 a year in England. Oh, dearie me. They are full of shit, aren't they? Scottish government, lying all the time. Can't help it. 15 hours a week. What use is that? Thanks very much. Bye.